Okay, I apologize for not doing the right thing on the last video. Obviously, I called it 2, and the last video was 3, but this is 4. And I've made a correction. I had number from moon. It was from moon, and that's a mistake. It should read number of moons. So make that correction, and once you have that, make sure you save it. Now, since you have 4 columns on this database, which is what it's going to be, please be sure to give the background columns, that would be the planet name, the distance, the diameter, the distance from the sun, and the number of moons. Make sure each one of those 4 columns has the same color shading in the back area. You've learned shading before. All it is selecting the information, dragging down to select the whole column that has information, and then going to the borders and shading area and making sure that there's a color. I don't care which color, as long as they are light colors, since the information is in black. So make sure you put those in there. Now, this is Excel. It is a spreadsheet, and I'm sure you've probably familiar with spreadsheets, but we're not going to use it as a spreadsheet. What we're going to do is we're going to use it as a database. So you know that the furthest planet from the sun is Pluto. That's got the largest number here, and the closest is Mercury. That's got the smallest number here, and the biggest is Jupiter, the largest number, and the smallest is Pluto, the smallest number, but it's real hard to see this way. But since we're using it as a database, databases sort information. So what we're going to do is we're going to find out which planet is the closest to the sun. Now, I think you probably know which one of these it is, but we're going to sort by clicking in the first section that says distance from the sun in millions of miles. And we know it says Venus here, but that's not true. And so we're going to sort and find out the smallest number there. And we're going to click up here, A with a little arrow to Z. We're going to click Ascend. And we're going to click there, and all of a sudden, these planets change. And they change by the smallest number of millions of miles from the sun all the way down to the largest, 36, then 67, 93, 40, 142, etc., all the way down to the furthest, which is Pluto. And it's Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Suppose we want to know the largest planet. Well, if we click over here, the largest planet we know is going to be Jupiter. So let's go back up to here and go to descending and click, and all of a sudden Jupiter, the largest, comes to the top, followed by Saturn, which is the next biggest, followed by Uranus, and the smallest is Pluto. Now, of course, we can always find out which one has the most or least number of moons. We can go least number of moons here, which would be Venus and Mercury have none. Jupiter has 13. But we could also sort it by descending order, largest Jupiter to the smallest Mercury and Venus. We could even, if we wanted to, do them alphabetically by clicking there and E, J, M, N, etc. So I'm going to leave it as ascending from the distance from the moon, from the sun, and Mercury, Venus, Earth. That's the proper order. So that's how a spreadsheet can be turned into a database. I hope you learned something from these 4 videos, and try it on your own.